Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another awesome episode in which we wanna see if Marv's proc rate got adjusted after Friday's patch, because the patch just got deployed and I have finished my tests. But not just that, in this episode I will want to give you my honest opinion when it comes down to this new tool which Rework is planning to implement in order to test the heroes. So first of all, let me put this screenshot on the screen. This is coming from the stream, and here we see the proc rates from Striker, Duke and Marv. So Striker had a 23.42, Duke had a 34.48, and Marv had 33.06. Now, do indeed take in consideration, these are just only 5 attacks. The more attacks, the more accurate the data will be. So I have repeated this procedure one more time a few moments ago after the patch was deployed, and here are the values which I'm seeing right now. So I will also gonna add the values for Striker and Duke, and I'm gonna explain you in a moment why those are also interesting to be observed. So Striker reaches 24.57, then we have Duke with 35.2, and now we are seeing Marv having a proc rate of 30.93%. So why it's so important to add also the proc rates of Striker and Duke in here? Because we are just only having 5 attacks, and we do indeed have to take in consideration there are some margins of error because we have just only 5 attacks. So you see a 0.5% approximately difference in proc rate for Duke. You see approximately 1% difference in the proc rate for Mr. Striker. But what we're seeing here are actually roughly 2% difference in Marv's proc rate. So from my observation, what I think this hero will definitely gonna have her proc rate close to 30%. This is probably where the hero will gonna stay. And again, this hero is absolutely fantastic, especially for the younger players which don't have Chingy, which don't have Striker, or even missed the opportunity to get Mr. Duke because probably they were not even playing TOPWAR back then. So the hero is solid. There's no question about it. Now good, let's have a look now at the new announcement made by Rework, in which they are showing us there is an awesome tool coming. And the big question is, how good is that tool for us, the players? So here is the announcement, and this tool will only gonna be available on a couple of servers for now in order to be tested. And I'm lucky enough to be on one of the servers which will be able to play around with this tool far sooner. And how good is this tool? Now, dear beautiful people, if you are a regular viewer of my channel, you know exactly when Rework implements something which is very bad for the game, I'm always gonna be pretty much the first guy which is gonna tell that and go pretty hard on Rework, because that is the reality. And what tool would TOPWAR actually need in order for us to test the heroes in the best way possible? So from my perspective, there are only just 2 alternatives. The alternative number 1, or A, is actually what we are getting now, which is a great idea, but you also have to take in consideration there are some limitations, and there have to be some limitations because there's going to be a lot of data which will going to be generated. And the alternative to this would be to have a tool just like this one, but in order to have no limitations in amount of attacks, you can only make it available to a certain amount of players which you know they are testing, in order to have far more tries far faster. So presumably, if the developers would have asked me, Timmy, this is option number A and this is option number B, which is the option which the game needs right now? My honest opinion is, dear beautiful people, I would definitely have selected option A, which is, by the way, exactly what are we getting right now, because there is no better way to learn how the game works by trying yourself. Now, I was still gonna do my battle reports, and I'm also gonna explain you in a second why those battle analyses still gonna have a certain value, but due to this tool, they won't be that more important than what you can do with this tool, by the way. And once we're gonna have the tool in game, I will definitely gonna jump all over it, and I'm gonna try to test to see how good is this idea. Definitely looks super awesome, I'm not gonna lie. And now when it comes down to the videos which I always do on the heroes, how valuable will be this information, which I'm always trying to provide you as fast as possible. And let me put, for example, the battle analysis from yesterday on the screen, in order for you to understand this a little more better. So what you're seeing there on the screen, yes, are 20 attacks for every single setup. And also on top, yes, I'm using the Heavy Trooper. And honestly, dear beautiful people, the vast majority of the battle events in TOPWAR, they are just lasting 1 hour. So in other words, trust me when I tell you, you will not get the chance to hit an opponent or different opponents with the same setup, including the Heavy Trooper, 20 times in an hour. So from this perspective, I'm not saying these battle reports will gonna lose their meaning. It's just gonna show you a bit more information how would be the maximum performance of a certain setup also when we are using the Heavy Trooper. So overall, this is the first approach when it comes down to this new hero trial test. Absolutely fantastic idea, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm super excited to start to test and see how my results compare to the results which this hero trial will be generating. So anyways, beautiful people, as always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to support this channel and also the Twitch channel by going over there and press follow, please. It's 100% free. Share both channels with your friends. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next super awesome episode. Maybe we're gonna stream right after this reset, because it's gonna be a very crazy day. We have the Alliance duel with this so-called cross server killing event, and also on top, of course, the SVS is also gonna be tomorrow. So I'm gonna catch you in the next one, guys.